Study finds Memphis is the most dangerous city in the country. This report comes as the Bluff City is on pace to surpass a record number of homicides.
This is Love Hurts. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up, and hit that notification bell for future content. Memphis is the second largest city in Tennessee behind Nashville and is a city known for its influential strands of blues, soul, and rock and roll. It's also known for great barbecue food and an even better nightlife. But Memphis has a grimy dark side and an extremely high crime rate, one of the highest in the United States. Unfortunately, gang violence is prevalent here and an everyday occurrence. So when two Memphis natives are found shot outside of a family home, police are unsure if their demise is connected to gang violence or something more sinister. 30-year-old Natausha Gibbs came from a family of 10 children. She was a family girl. She always put family first. She was everybody's favorite, the family comedian, and she was always cracking a joke to bring a smile to someone's face. She was considered big mama of the family. She took care of everyone. If anyone needed a place to stay, they already knew. Call Natausha. She had you. She was also a dedicated hairstylist. Very talented. She always did her family's hair. She was strong and outspoken. But one thing about Natausha, if you were family, she definitely had your back. In March of 2015, Natausha married Marquise Gibbs. He was a family friend that she had known since childhood. When the two reconnected as adults, baby, it was love at first sight. The two couldn't keep their hands off each other. They were so in love. They even got matching tattoos of each other's name. Things were going well. They were honestly the perfect couple until tragedy struck. In 2017, Natausha lost her brother to gun violence and also her sister to a horrible car accident. Natausha, being the family woman she was, she took on her sister's kids and she became their full-time guardian. Grief has a way of turning worlds upside down, and that, plus the added pressure of raising children, caused a serious breakdown in Natausha and Marquise's marriage. Marquise started drinking heavy and he became extremely jealous. He was always looking through her phone, stalking her social media pages, and accusing her of cheating. By March of 2018, Natausha had had enough and the two separated. Marquise moved out of the family home and Natausha had plans of filing for divorce. Sources say the thought of Natausha filing for divorce pushed Marquise over the edge. His jealousy turned to violence, and Natausha was not shy about sharing their situation on social media. In one post, she talks about how he damaged her car by breaking out the windows and flattening her tires. I mean, this guy had gone off the deep end, and there was no turning back. On the evening of July 21st of 2018, Marquise had gone to the family's home to talk to Natausha. Natausha was there with her godbrother, Izeal Jones. Now, I don't know if Izeal was there as a protector because things had gotten physical between Natausha and Marquise in the past, or if he was just there to be a mediator. In any case, at some point in time during the married couple's conversation, the two began to argue. So Izeal stepped in and attempted to de-escalate the situation. At this point, Marquise absolutely loses it. He starts yelling and screaming about how Natausha is his wife and no other man should step up and tell him how to deal with his wife. And out of nowhere, he pulls out a gun. He shoots Natausha in the head. Shortly after that, he turns the gun to Izeal and he shoots Izeal. He leaves both Natausha and her godbrother Izeal Jones in front of the family home dead. At this point, he takes off. He's located one day later in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where he is finally arrested.
Next, tonight's top story, a Fraser husband wanted for killing his wife and her family member Sunday night has been arrested. Our Chris Luther talked to family and friends of the victims and joins us live tonight. Chris.
Ariana, breaking tonight, the Memphis Police Department is confirming that officers in Milwaukee, Wisconsin arrested 38-year-old Marquise Gibbs, wanted for killing two people after an argument, according to Memphis Police, Saturday night in Fraser, One of those people was Marquise's wife. Tonight, friends and family of those two victims are remembering their lost loved ones. This home on Hawkins Mill in Fraser sits quietly Sunday. Crime scene tape left behind is the only sign of the violence from the night before. Memphis police say an argument led to the fatal shootings of Natausha Gibbs and her cousin Izeal Jones.
Just to hear it, man, to get the news, it was very heartbreaking.
Travis Pendleton was Natasha's longtime friend. He came by the house Sunday afternoon to pay his respects.
Great person, man. I mean, loving, very loving, great to be around.
Natasha and her husband, Marquise Gibbs, posted many photos together on social media. They even got tattoos of each other's names. Pendleton says he spent time with Natasha and Marquise a few days ago and didn't sense anything wrong. Was everything normal?
Yeah, it was very normal. It's always normal when we come over. That's the shocking part. That's the shocking part.
I talked to Izeal Jones's cousin, who told me what the family believes happened Saturday night.
It was a situation going on, and he was just going there just to try and find out what was going on. And unfortunately, whatever happened and due to this situation, it wasn't worth it.
Jimmy Marshall invited our cameras to see how his family was honoring Izeal's life. With good food, fun, and balloons, the Jones family got together Sunday night for a special but somber reason.
It's his birthday. My brother would have been 38 today.
On his birthday, Izeal's family decided to smile through the pain of losing him, wear his favorite color orange, and gather to celebrate the life of a brother, uncle, cousin, and father of 4.
We still want to celebrate his memory. We don't want to just be crying all the time. We got plenty of time to do that. We just want to celebrate him, because if he was living, this is what we'll be doing.
His favorite saying was grooving on. So we're going to groove on and wear this orange until the day we see him.
I got a call earlier this evening from a man claiming to be the cousin of that suspect, Marquise Gibbs. Now, this cousin told me that Marquise told him that he shot these two people in self-defense. Marquise claims that Izeal pulled the gun on him first. Now, these are details we have yet to confirm with Memphis police. Reporting live in Memphis tonight, Chris Luther, WMC Action News 5.
Killing his wife and another man in Tennessee.
Fox 6's Evan Peterson joins us and tells us that standoff and the arrest were all caught on camera.
Ted, Mary, it took nearly a dozen officers and agents from the FBI to bring Mr. Gibbs out. They heard about his whereabouts, though, they say, due to a tip they received from the community. And once they confirmed that, they acted fast. A man on the run.
Doing fine, but it's really scary when you saw that many police to come over.
38-year-old Marquise Gibbs is wanted for shooting and killing his wife and another man Saturday in Memphis, Tennessee. But roughly 24 hours later, he was arrested at this motel near Appleton Avenue and Capitol Drive in Milwaukee.
I'm just curious why.
Captured on security camera, Gibbs can be seen pulling into the Economy Inn and parking his car.
It's very big parking lot. Why he back up on the room? Why he just don't park right way?
A man who says he was Gibbs's cousin requests a room for 2 people. But the employee, who wishes not to be identified, wasn't buying it.
You said 2 people, there's 3 cars come. He said no, he's leaving. So there's no visitor. And then they left and only one person stay in the room.
Eventually, the other 2 cars left and Gibbs enters his room. Then, roughly an hour later, this happens.
I just couldn't, what's going on? What happened?
It took nearly a dozen police officers with guns drawn and a Bearcat tactical vehicle roughly 20 minutes to get Gibbs to come out.
If they came over with that much police, so that means he did a really scary thing, something, so he need to be go.
When he did, his hands were up and he surrendered peacefully. As for this motel employee, they're looking forward to things quieting down.
There's the business, good people gonna come, very nice people's come too, and sometimes bad people come too. We have to go through with all.
That motel employee says they have a great relationship with police locally and they will continue to work with them to make sure their guests are safe. As for Gibbs, MPD says they are working to get him extradited back to Memphis, where he faces 2 counts of first-degree murder. Ted, Mary?
In the end, Marquise does accept a plea deal and is sentenced to 35 years in prison. 35 years on a double murder is absolutely a joke to me. My heart goes out to Natasha and Izeal's family, friends, and loved ones. Especially for Izeal. I mean, here he is just trying to play mediator for his god sister and her husband, and he gets murdered in cold blood. I mean, it's just absolutely devastating. Let me know your thoughts on this one in the comments below, loves. Is 35 years on a double murder not a slap on the wrist? I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous, but definitely leave me a comment below and let me know what your thoughts are. If you are experiencing domestic violence in your relationship, please get out. Use the quickest, safest way possible and do not turn back. Turning back can cost you your life. As always, loves, stay safe. Don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up, and hit that notification bell for future content.